See over this tail. Is that any better? Anyway, all I was going to say is, finally got the Pulsar out. Reviews on the little Mini Cooper S we just got, they'll be coming soon as well. And the Clubman, we've not done one on that either. The Cooper S Clubman, so they'll be coming soon. Now lockdown's obviously starting to lift. Places are easier to access and easy to get into now, like this car park. But I normally do all my other cars reviews if you've checked all the past cars out. The RS3, the Skyline GTR, V-Spec. The other ones I've all managed to do on here because it's quiet and it's out the way, so we'll get on with it. Yeah, so I'll knock you off for a sec and then we'll start with the exterior. I'll have a quick walk around, tell you what's happened, and then I'll lift everything up, bonnet, doors, etc. And I'll walk you around what we've done to the car so far. And bits we've had to find. Mainly that's all it's been, because luckily we got a rust-free car. It's been totally inspected front, back, underneath. We found bits of rust, obviously, little bubbles on the bonnet, bits. I think there was a bit on the door as well, but it's all been treated now, all been sorted. So I'll walk you around. And that was the reason for buying it, to be honest. Just for that fact, the rust factor, because these things don't have rust, or if they do rust, you've got to put it down to the owners as well. Because you can keep a car rust free if you look after it, keep it in the right temperatures and stuff. But a lot of people, especially in the older days, never bother with that. So once the rot starts, it sets in, you've had it. So it's always good getting a shell, a chassis that's basically rust free. Then it's just down to you then to keep it that way and look after it, which I hope I will anyway. Anyway, I'll knock you off here and I'll see you again in a minute. I found out where this button is. There we go. Right folks, here we go. This is the Nissan Sunny. Cut. This is the Pulsar. Nissan Pulsar GTiR Series 2 RA, and it's a Series 2B, by the way. It's one of the last of the bunch, so probably another reason I bought it. The wheels are aftermarket ones, but they are a JDM version. They actually are Racing Heart, or Heart Racing, which is a Japanese wheel, which is a good thing for once. And other than that, on the car, the body, that's the only thing that is aftermarket, because the way we're going to keep this car is standard. The vents will stay as they should be, the badges will stay as they should be. We've changed the aerial for now as well. We've put a stub on it, because the other one just keeps getting in the way, the big whip thing. Spoilers the same again at the back with the badges. I'm not sure whether the R was meant to be red or not, but allegedly it's meant to be white, so it matches the car. Exhaust system's called an RSR Power. I don't know if you've heard of them before, but it's another Japanese company. I don't think it's a particularly, but that'll be getting changed. That along with the seats probably. Exhaust and seats, because you need something to hold in these cars. The ones, the factory ones, they're pretty dire, if I'm honest. And that's probably one of the things what will get changed, which will be seats, exhaust, and I might put a better steering wheel on. And I'll show you in a minute the steering wheel. That a bit does it for the exterior, to be fair, because it's basically just a factory standard car. I wish I knew how to scroll in and out with these things. That way, innit? There we go. Trying to get these things in focus. Newfangled cameras. Right, here we go again. So I'll just show you this thing and then we'll swap it round then. This came with the car as well. It's a Nismo steering wheel, which are pretty rare, I believe. And the rest I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to open the doors and the bonnet and stuff. My brew, I'm trying to get to it, to be fair. Yeah. Back again in a second. Okay, I've fanned everything out now, folks. So that's the bonnet open. Bonnet. Try the boot is open, or the hatch, or whatever you want to call it. Still needs a bit of detailing around the hatch and the thingy bed. Got some sort of a weird, I think it says something like B Sports. I think that's the tune Nissan's anyway in Japan. B Sport, or whatever that says under there. I've took the speakers off the back. They weren't factory ones. They was factory to the stereo that's in the car, like, because that is still Japanese. They were there, so I took them off. Obviously we've got a Cusco rear anti-roll bar. There's your spare wheel and cover. Don't worry about that little white fleck, that's just a rear light just shining down. And under there's the toolbox. I'm short you like, but under there is the toolbox, the illicit toolbox. There's nothing in it at the moment, so it's pointless showing you what's in it, but you can picture that with a fiddle around with this wire here. Yeah, so that's the hatch. I've actually done a list somewhere here. I'll tell you the bits that we've done to it, saved me having to think about going back and missing everything. Right, we removed the front pedal covers because they came with some Japanese ones, and we put them back to factory. There you go. And that little box at the back there, you can see, that is the ECU, and that's going to be going soon for a Link G4 X Storm. It's going to be fitted soon. That's the factory one at the moment, and that's why the covers are missing. But I've got the covers at home. In fact, I think the covers are in the footwell over there. Anyway, so that was the first job we did there. We removed the passenger harness. There was actually we've got it off now, like, it looked like it just strapped around your waist, this harness. It was made by Shrewberth or somebody. It was quite a decent brand, it wasn't crap, but it looked like it was just designed for a passenger to wear around your waist, and it looked like it went over your head or something. I'll put pictures on it somewhere here in a minute, just to let you see what it looks like. What's next? Rear view mirror. This thing, we found this in the boot, the rear view mirror. All them little bits you can see stuck to the window. We had to find all them, but they were quite easy because they're still available OEM from factory, so that sorted that out. Next, seat back release trim. These were just like metal. Well, there's like a piece of metal sticking out, missing this trim bit here. But we found one for either side, so that was that sorted. Yeah, we did all the stuff behind the wheels as well. First thing I did is take the wheels off, check for rust and grot. They were just filthy. So I've wire brushed everything and copper greased a lot of stuff just till they're clean, so we had to get them done properly. Because I've got a terrible OCD about me. We removed the speakers, we've gone over that I think. Cleaned under the bench. Yeah, the bench was full of stuff. I'll put a photo of that up as well. All food, all sorts of bits of crap we found under the back bench. Trying to think of a better position for you. Yeah, so that was all sorted. We replaced door with switch rubbers. Yeah, these things as well. They were like hanging off. What the door switches? I don't see them there. You'll know what they are anyway. But it was them basically. And I've found one brand OEM one for both sides, so they're both brand new now. The spare wheel cover, that wasn't actually on when we got the car. We actually found one of them. That wasn't a big issue either. And also these. But we managed to find some good factory ones rather than getting the aftermarket stuff. These strut tower things, what hold the hatch up. So they are factory Nissan. They've just come off another Pulsar, that's all. But they're sorted as well. What's the next on the list? Mention the rust repairs, very minor. Yeah, and we found a horrible stand on the dash, and I was wondering what we was going to find underneath it, but that's my phone stand, and right underneath that was where that other stand was from Japan, and it's actually perfect now underneath. We've got rid of all the adhesive from underneath and everything, and that went in the bin, so the dash is perfect, thank God. The windscreen still needs to come out yet, because the windscreen that's in it, we don't think it's the right one. Well, that's another issue that has been resolved. The new windscreen's in the garage, sat up against my wall, so that's just waiting to go in. And all the new fittings what were around it as well, they'll all be brand new. I've got all them from factory and OEM. So that's that sorted. Detail the bodywork, obviously. Centre console, lid. Yeah, that wasn't there as well, so we found one of them, which is this thing here, the lid for this. We found one. They're getting rarer to get hold of now. I don't think they make them anymore, but gotta look for a breakers someday when they're breaking one. Well, that's perfect now. Centre console lid, gone over that. Mentioned the aerial. Badges we've mentioned. Wipers, yeah. Wipers were well tacky when I got them, but I got the wipers off completely, got them back to bare metal. You can see through there, but they actually mint now. The arms and everything, the blades were quite new anyway. Engine bay, power wise, until link goes in, we haven't done anything with it. We still want it on a rolling road yet, before we put link in. Then we can gauge the pre and the post power figures. We're keeping the top mount intercooler. I prefer it up there rather than starting cutting up all the bloody front bumper, so that's staying. Aircon will definitely be staying because it's absolutely fantastic in this car. Fuse box. Same with the front, I think it's aftermarket, Cusco. Cusco front strut brace. And obviously this engine bay hasn't been touched yet either, so just like the hatch, that needs detailing yet when I get round to it. And other than that, the engine bay, still got the, I'm going to get rid of this one because it's looking tired. That air filter's going to go, I'm going to get a different one of them. And the MAF sensor, you can see down there, once the link goes in, that MAF sensor will be going as well, because we won't need that anymore, because we'll have a standalone ECU in here. And then we can start messing with the engine properly then, get it running some decent power. I'm looking around about 3,500 brake, and I'll be happy at that, well happy. But at the moment we've got all these airflow meters and stuff, and I don't think they're running right, because the engine is running a little bit lumpy and idle. If I can show them, yeah, there's one. If I can get the bloody camera to focus on it, that is. Come on. Well, that's one of them anyway. That says electronic valve controller, if you can't actually read it in green. And the other one's down here, which is an appoligies AFC, which I think is another airflow meter. And I think the engine is still running off those, and they're absolutely, compared to what you can get today, useless. I've got a boost gauge here that doesn't work, what sits on top of the cowl. That's rubbish, so that'll be going. Take the bloody key out of that. And on the other side, when the link goes in, brand new battery and tray and everything there, boys. All that's OEM as well. And if you're wondering what this little thing is, that is for C-Tech. C-Tech trickle charger when you're not using the car. Plug straight into that, no messing with terminals, because the terminals are already connected. Good little tip for you guys. And that just hangs off the battery, and you just connect it to it every time the battery charging or leaving over a few days. and you're not using the car. So there's another one for you. I'll get round to this side now, and I think there's only a few more things to show you in here. I want to show you that, which we found in the footwell and are still here, which are more boost gauges, which again will be coming off when link gets fitted, and another one here. They're all over the place, but they'll all be getting cut out once Dan gets a grip of them at AMD. Cuts them all free, and then we'll just go back to the factory gauges, which are up here, and they're plenty all you need for just a fast road car, if you know what I mean. So, and that's all we need anyway. They must weigh an extra few pounds. Just having all them clocks fitted in here. The G-ready ones, so they're decent, so they'll probably go up for sale when I've stripped everything. Next, tailgate rubbers. Yeah, this is another one. These little things under here. Let's just see them there. There they go. They go under your tailgate, and they are all absolute. We found two decently, more or less like brand new ones then. The ones what are taken off were absolutely shredded and crushed, and I don't know if they can crush because it looks like they just sit next to here to keep this down, because this has all sorts of railings underneath it, underneath the dash, underneath the parcel shelf. So, and we found two of them, pristine condition, and they've gone in now, so they're fitted. Badges, we've mentioned badges. Wipers renewed, yes. Scuttle panel, yeah. I have to mention the scuttle paddle, folks. Probably the most expensive purchase. Brand new. Off a guy that I used. If you need any information on him, I can always pass his name, you comment underneath and whatever you do. But brand new scuttle I got for this, absolutely mint. New scuttle and technically new wiper arms. Nothing looks better. Well, there's a lot of things look better to be fair, like, but at the time, headrest. Yeah, we had to find a headrest for one of them because it was leaking all sorts of what do you call it? Foam. It was like an orange colour coming out, so that got replaced. ECU panels, I've mentioned that, they're in the car somewhere I think. Indicator lenses, also managed to source a brand new indicator lens. You can see here that is fresh factory from the box. Again, my man managed to find me one of them, because mine, this clip behind it sits here, that there was snapped on mine, so it had nothing to attach itself to the chassis with. Obviously this one does now because it's brand new, and that's another new item what we sorted. So we got that done, and always when I'm filming somebody always has to turn up. Right, this probably. Just a quick one before we go. Japanese stereo, boys. If you get stuck with one of them and you can't really afford one because you're buying all other parts, that is my that is what came with mine. If I can get it to focus. There you go. That's a bit better. Now, that thing underneath, just really cough it up. You can buy them anywhere. They just plug into your cigarette lighter, and you just tune the channels you can find on the Japanese stereo through that, and then you can play all your tunes off your mobile through the through your car speakers, and it's a hell of a lot better, trust me, than trying to just have the iPhone sat on the passenger seat with the music playing, sounding very tinny. At least you've got the speakers from your car then. So there was another tip. We'll be doing a lot more with this car over the weeks, so stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe please. and that'll help us to get some more followers, more subscribers. I'll flip this over just 1 second. Oh dear. It's going the other way, isn't it? That way as we want. I'm just not used to focusing this car. There you go. So I'll let you see my mug before we leave. Yeah, so that's the Pulsar in a nutshell. If I've missed anything, so I can't even look into this thing. I'm sitting too high for it. There you go. New cameras and crap that we have to put up with, I'm afraid. That might be a bit better. There we go. My horrible head. Jesus. Well, that's what age does to you, folks. So that's another decent tip. And if you can hear the engine running, that's because I've got the aircon on, because it's absolutely boiling in here. And the aircon, one thing that when I got the car has worked ever so well, and I'm really glad it does work today, because it's blowing nice icy air on my body and keeping me from sweating. So there you have it. Eventually we got round to doing it. We've done it. So like I say, next up will be the minis, because we're going to try and use them for a bit of content for any mini followers or people who have these cars, type of cars, and they have minis as well. But the Cooper S will probably be first, because that's when I get most access to the Mini Cooper S. And then the Clubman Cooper S will follow that one with the show you all the automatic sort of flappy paddles on that one and everything. But that's the one we've done least to be honest, is the flappy paddle one. So yeah, so that's it. That's it for now. And hopefully these videos will get better. I need to do more, and I'll obviously my camera presence will get better, because I'm absolutely terrible in front of a camera, I really am. So if you've got any other questions you've got about the car, just comment below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. But like I said, this is a 93 Nissan Pulsar GTiR RA, and it's the edition 2B. That's what comes up when I put my chassis number in the owners club thing, and it tells you all the things it came with. The two things it's missing were the window wind deflectors, which the car should have had according to the spec list, which weren't there. And then I think the rear mud flaps, Ela just took them off and never bothered replacing them when he took these red things that was in the boot when I got the car, with dash written all over them, big red things. So the factory ones the car came with, they'll probably just lost now anyway, the rear mud flaps, which if I can get hold of some and we find them, folks, you'll be the first to know. So for now, that is me getting the hell out of here, nipping down to Dan's garage. If there's any decent cars in, folks, other than Evos, I'll get them on. I'll try and get a video done while I'm down there. If not, I'll do it tomorrow, because I'm in tomorrow with the Clubman, because that's got some work that he's doing on it. Yeah, I think that's it. So until the next time, and we speak again about whichever car. Like I said, the minis are the wife's. We both use a little mini, the Cooper S now, but she's the proper mini head. I just love driving them, and I just love Jack cars just that bit more, and this is why we've got this Pulsar. And I've done it now before these cars are skyrocketing in value. So this, hopefully, it'll be like a brand new car when I finish with it. And all the jobs I do to it, I will make little videos, short videos, or just put it into another video, so you know exactly what I've done to the car. So thanks for watching, folks. Comment, like, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff, and then we'll speak again soon. So for now, I'm out of here. Okay, gang, just a recap after all that. Finally getting the Pulsar done and showing you around the car. Just a few little add-ons before we close the vid down. Just regarding future stuff we're going to be doing to the car, be probably exhaust, wheels, probably wheels, I'm not sure. But and obviously fitting link, there'll be videos up and coming which will get done on all the cars, and anything that I'm having done will be done at Dan's at AMD. So brakes, pads, when the pads turn up, stop techs I've ordered from America, because the ones over here are far too expensive. For 500 quid for 4 pads, Ridiculous. So these are apparently as good, but I've had to wait nearly 2 months for them, but they are on the way. I've got the discs already in the box here. They've been here for 2 months, just not had the pads. It's typical, isn't it? Windscreen came today. Guy came, fitted it, took the old one out, which didn't sit right in the frame of the car. So we've had the correct windscreen fitted this time, with all brand new fittings both sides and over the bulkhead of the car on the roof. All they're correct as well, so it's looking really smart there, and I'll try and put some pictures up. But yeah, just a few little add-ons, and just to say thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll have some more stuff regarding Pulsar and the minis coming very soon. And get it this rotten lockdown, which is not long off now, the 19th, so I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.